would work no problem. So I think, you know, as long as we check for the name and the hash of the thing being built, right, which we have both of those, we already know we have both of those, then we can block. And I think that we could, I mean, technically, if we wanted to, right, like, we don't even need a database. Technically, if the agent isn't running, right, then it's not processing anything. Like, I could easily literally just put it in the worker memory if we wanted, but we would store it to a database so that if for some reason the worker failed, we would still have that state, right? And yeah, you can use Terraform with S3 and Dynamo. And like, you know what? That could even be, like, if I really wanted to, that could even be an option. It's just like, you know, make it so it supports that. But I wouldn't want to say like, okay, if you want to use Vorpal, you have to use AWS, which is why I would probably just do the, you know, what's it called first? The SQL approach. Yeah. But yeah, like that, the SQL approach would probably be the best way. And then just have an SQL on each host, which is good as well, because if you had an SQL on each host, and then each host checks its own SQL, then what you could do, which is again, this is where like the whole CI thing comes into play. And I don't know, man, like maybe we'll see. But if Vorpal has the ability to register workers in the future, then technically we could even have scheduling where if one system is already building what you're trying to build, it would just push you to another worker. I'm telling you, chat, I'm basically building a CI system without even realizing. Like, well, I mean, I realize it, but yeah, like, yeah, it's dangerously close to just being an actual CI system at this point. Like, dangerously close. As long as it has native dark mode. I mean, as long as your terminal has it, I guess. But yeah, you can see like this is taking a while. Now, like what's happening here? Package source hash computed. So what's happening now is, I believe, yeah. So the source, so we've already decompressed GCC, right? Everything is here, but now we're compressing the source tar, right? Now, what's challenging is we could technically already be building right here, right? Which there is an interesting question on the table that I'm thinking about, which is to make Vorpal even faster, we could make it so that these like source like archives and these like package archives are asynchronous, where as long as you have these directories, you're good to go, right? But if we get to here and we want to like actually archive something, we respond right away, right? If as long as we can, like maybe we actually have to archive an output before we can do that. But in the prepare process, for example, we could say like, okay, well, once that source is available on the system, it can build automatically. The compression part, that just needs to run in the background. Like maybe the compression stuff is more focused on like maybe it's actually it's not even a part of the process, right? Maybe it's more like the compression part is more like a job that runs in the background. You know what I mean? Where it's like, okay, I see all of these directories, but I'm not seeing source tars for them. Let me compress those source tars so that we have them. And then that could make the build process even simpler, because then I don't have to worry about compression and uncompression and stuff like that. Like it'll just, you know, whatever. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. Like I'm definitely thinking about a lot of different ways on how this could be faster, because again, right now, if you look right here, see 44405, that is going to keep going up. 448, right? That's how I know that we're compressing right now, because this is just constantly, you know, going up. 457. So yeah. Damn, GCC takes a while.